Good evening, folks. It's Diamond with the Oppenheimer Ranch Project, bringing you a grand solar minimum update on Sunday, April 22nd, 12:16 a.m. Mountain Time, 2018. We're looking at Sakurajima erupting today in stupendous fashion, and I'm going to take you up to the good stuff, and we're going to look at some electric volcano. I'll let it run through. It's well worth the wait. So in the lower photo, you can see the volcanic ash moving up above in a small mushroom cloud above the magma. This is creating amazing amounts of ionization locally in this area. And as the electric volcano erupts, plasma discharge starts happening. There's the first ball lightning type event. And then there's going to be an even more spectacular one in a moment. Keep your eyes on the prize. Look at that. That is brilliant. Let's get on with the update. We'll be back to the fun stuff. Thanks, Volcano YT. More western snow possible next week. More western snow. Was there snow? It seems this winter weather is not quite done yet in the western U.S. Heavy snow fell over the Rockies Friday into Saturday. Between 5 and 15 inches blanketed the high country in Colorado. Driving conditions in the mountains was a bit hazardous to the north. Here's a picture of Monarch Pass on Friday. They're the totals. Alma with the winner, 14.5 inches. Dillon had 8. Spicer had 8. Silverthorne 7. Conifer 6.6. Some of the moisture actually spilled over the mountains into the cities in the Front Range. Fort Collins, Boulder, Denver, Colorado Springs all saw light snow. Heads up, Tony Heller. It was a winter wonderland in places like Centennial, just south of Denver. Luckily, roads were just wet because it's almost May. Thank you, Weather Ready Nation. Avalanche alerts issued in New Hampshire. This is in New England, and it's almost May, and there are avalanche alerts issued. Recent heavy snowfall combined with high winds have triggered avalanche warnings across the highest peaks in New Hampshire. This is coming today. The National Weather Service has issued warnings for the backcountry areas near Mount Washington. The alert is issued for the eastern slopes, including Cutler Ridge drainage, which has Tuckermans and Huntington ravines. That's a dangerous spot, folks. I know all about it. I'm an ice climber. These are popular areas in the backcountry for winter weather enthusiasts, and many people have frozen to death in these regions, as well as gotten buried. This is the area the Hugh Herr story came out of. 16 to 18 inches of snow fell in the area recently, and now high winds in excess of 50 miles per hour could trigger an avalanche. Travel and backcountry exploration is not advised in the area through the weekend as the conditions remain very unstable. Stay out of Tuckermans. You can see more details here and check out what they're talking about at the Weather Ready Nation. Inside the storm, near record rainfall in Oklahoma, much needed to quench that fire, as well as severe weather in the form of hail through Texas. That's a grand solar minimum electric boom. Let's look at the hail totals. 2 inches in Glen Rose, 1.75 inch hail in South Weatherford. Midlothian, 1.5 inches. Grayford, 1.25. Mineral Wells, 1 inch. Heads up, large hail posting today in North Texas. There's the quenching rains at the right time for the Oklahoma wildfires. Beneficial rain hit the ongoing wildfires in Oklahoma on Friday night, lingering into Saturday too. This was much needed, not only for the fires, but for the area has been extremely dry. It is in drought warning. Let's check the GFS models, but quickly, let's look at the snowfall forecast for the week. If we come down here, we have Monday, 12 a.m. You're looking at the northwest corner of Wyoming, heavy snow. That snow is going to move into Montana and northern Wyoming through Monday morning and the afternoon down through central Wyoming, dipping into Colorado by Tuesday. Snowing as far south as Colorado Springs, including Denver, Longmont, Fort Collins, Cheyenne, all the way out to Yuma. Heads up. Much needed moisture, more snow. The pack is building. Me likey. And that's boom. Let's check the GFS model. Good news, there's not snow everywhere through May, but there is a Southern Appalachian event here. Check it out, West Virginia. Next weekend, moving into May, Saturday and Sunday, April 28th, 29th. West Virginia's mountains could be seeing more snow. Then we have a May event up here in eastern Canada, and also the Sierras look to be picking up a little bit of snow here through a weekend storm coming through. So we'll be watching that closely. This snow's going to move through southern Montana, northwestern Wyoming, into Colorado over the next few days, bringing much needed snowpack to a reduced snowpack area. Let's talk about more crop losses. Mississippi corn planting progress has been hindered by cold rain. This is a far southern region. They should have corn in the ground. Knee-high by the 4th of July. We're not talking snow here. We're talking corn. More than half of the Mississippi expected corn crop has been planted and is emerging, although cool and wet weather have made progress difficult. Look at them little guys. So we're going to see similar reductions in yield as we move forward through the summer, and we'll be reporting on them here. Spring storm dumps 3 feet of snow and closes off dozens of villages in North Kashmir. Dozens of far-flung and remote villages, including those near the line of control, were cut off from their district headquarters in North Kashmir due to heavy snow. I'll leave you links. This is coming out from SOT. Also, for the first time in 30 years, April snowfall hits Nathia Gali and Muri in Pakistan. The weather of Muri and Nathia Gali snowfall grew chillier, and snow hit the station in the summer month. According to some media reports, it is some 30 years that has been snow in Muri, Nathia Gali, and surrounding areas during April. After 30 years, snowfall started in April. I wonder what's going on there. Could it be solar diminishment, maybe? Maybe the solar wind's diminishing, causing cooling, changing climate patterns, back into an old pattern that we've had back in the past. Maybe the mainstream's lying to you. Maybe the information you're getting is really not good, and you should be looking for other outlets, like science outlets, to find the actual data of what's happening on the Earth. Not the opinion of the mainstream, just telling you you're going to burn up. Maybe you should be looking for the facts. Here are the facts. First time in 30 years, April snowfall hits Pakistan. As they go into the summer, extreme cold wave hits in the hills of the Chenab Valley, destroying all of the fruit crops here. Heavy rainfall, hailstorms, and unseasonal fresh snowfall in the hills of the Chenab Valley on Friday caused extreme cold wave conditions in the region and has marred the prospect of a good harvest, officials said. I'll leave you links to all this. This is hitting the mainstream everywhere. Weather forecaster predicts snow for Eugenella in Australia, and he nailed it. There it is. And now he's predicting snow for North Queensland. Heads up, Australia. Snow predicted. Seismic update. Look at the uptick worldwide in moderate seismic activity. Nothing major of note, but a huge spattering of 5.0 or greater all around the Ring of Fire here. Multiple rumblings in Japan, I'm sure, raising eyebrows. We've had a recent pop-off here in the Philippines. A large amount of activity here near Chile. Nothing of note. Volcano news, Dukono, Reventador, Sakurajima. We watched it. Sabancaya. Also erupting in the last 24 hours. Nevado de Ruiz. We talked about it. I'll leave you links to this. You do your own homework. The uptick is real, and we're reporting on it live. Come over here to Volcano Watch, Volcano YT. Let's look at a little bit more footage of this. Boom! I saved the best for last. Let's go into a little bit more plasma discharge events. Keep your eye on the prize, folks. Hope you're wearing sunglasses, because this is just happening in the last 24 hours, and you're the first to see it. You're not going to see this on CNN, I assure you. And they wouldn't even know how to explain it. That's why they don't touch it. That is an electric volcano, and that is a ball lightning event. Huge amount of electricity discharging. Seems to be a few more events right here we can come look at. So what happens is, as these clouds of pillars of smoke build, they're ionizing the surrounding electrical environment in a way that's creating this electro potential to snap, almost like static electricity, in the form of extreme plasma discharge. Man, it like screwed up the camera or something here. Look at it, went white. Whew. Heads up. Come over here and check it out. It's well worth it. Whew. Let's go live. See what's happening at the multi-view. And here we can see Mount Aoyama venting hard. Harder than yesterday. This is an uptick, guys. We're going to be looking at this hard here. This is an amazing amount of venting, continuous venting happening at Aoyama. You can see Sakurajima still gassing out after that major event we just showed you. The cosmic rays are going to continue to increase nonstop for several more years. We just reached an all-time record high in Mexico. And these cosmic ray all-time highs are going to be broken city after city worldwide over the next year. As we watch stratovolcanoes increase their activity because of the heating in the subsurface due to the cosmic ray influx, exciting those muons in the subsurface, in the silica-rich magmas, and also basaltic shield volcanoes are also on the uptick. Kilauea has a history of uptick during grand minimas, and we have other basaltic shield volcanoes erupting in force in the last several months. So come check out this live stream here. Let's talk about the Yellowstone hotspot. Scientists find source of volcano superheat, and that's a boom. It's not fear-mongering boom. It's a scientific boom. Here's the paper, lower mantle plume beneath the Yellowstone hotspot revealed by core waves. This is coming out February of this year, or published March 19th. Whew, this is fresh. 3 weeks old. Come get it. I'm going to show you some of the graphics. There's the mantle plume. We're talking 3,000 kilometers into the Earth. This is emanating from the core mantle boundary. The asthenosphere is way up here. Blot echo zone at 160 kilometers. So this mantle plume is massive, emanating from deep in the Earth and supplying a magma chamber, the likes of which has never been mapped. This is thousands of miles wide, hundreds of miles thick. And there's the volcano right there. That's Yellowstone, supposedly. Let's come to the 3D. I'll leave you links to all of these things. And you can actually see that at the surface here, the expression on the Yellowstone hotspot in this region, and these are slices of the cake as we descend into the crust here at 2,100 kilometers, 2,300, 25, 27. You can see that this plume is actually emanating here in the San Andreas region near Baja in California, where all of the hydrothermal geysers and all those other things are at the surface. Again, this is starting at Yellowstone at 1,100 kilometers here. You can follow the plume as it moves through the subsurface down into the profile. Pretty amazing stuff here, guys. Mind-blowing. 18 examples of the spectacularly wrong predictions made around the first Earth Day in 1970, culminating with this article today. None of the environmental predictions of the last 45 years have come true. All of ours have. And that's unfortunately the way that science works. Those people that are not invested in the mainstream and do not have a job to keep can tell you the truth. We are typically the ones that are using the raw data and going out on a limb to tell you what is happening. The past is the key to the future. As a paleoclimatologist, climate has never been stable. It doesn't go one way straight up. Man has nothing to do with it. CO2 follows temperature, and on and on. It is so sad, the state of society and what they actually believe. This is the truth. You're looking at the last 4,000 years of human history, which includes 1, 2, 3, 4, and soon to be 5 empire collapses, all driven by the sun. Not by man, by the sun. And it's not looking good, folks. Every single day, more information is coming out that the state of the diminishment of the sun is ever increasing. As the magnetosphere wanes, that adds insult to injury. The effects on your life and the life of your loved ones and their children are going to be unprecedented. The time is now to start preparing for what's happening in the future. The events that are coming are foretold. If we simply let history be the guide. There has never been a time during a grand minima where an empire has not collapsed. You do the math. It's very simple. So, I'll leave you links to that. We won't even rehash it. It's all nonsense. Interplanetary shockwave spawns electric blue auroras. The mainstream telling us we're never going to see auroras. But, in fact, during solar minimum, auroras move their way through Michigan this weekend. And all the way down into Indiana. Due to a tiny little moderate geomagnetic storm that also blew up several substations on the East Coast. We only hit K6 for 3 hours. It's going to get much worse real quick. And that's the unfortunate state of things. David Meade claimed Nibiru Cataclysm, Planet X are not coming, blah, blah, blah. I'll leave you links to this, which says nothing. Let's talk about solutions. I've done my homework, and this is by far the most affordable, insane, self-watering 36-pot wall planter unit on the market. 5 stars, 8 reviews. Boom. I'm going to get 5 or 6 of these babies. Actually, I'm going to get 16, but don't tell anybody. No, I'm going to get one and see how it works and see if we can mimic this technology, but it looks amazing. The reviews are amazing. I've seen different setups on this. Do your own homework. If you have a small area, small balcony, and you're looking to grow 36 different plants to get your feet wet in growing this season, this is where to hit it. And forget it. Let's talk about the lyrics. Go outside, you couch potatoes. Look to the northeast. If you don't know where that is, get a compass, for God's sakes. If you look northeast, Jupiter will be to your right off of your right shoulder, the brightest thing in the night sky, brighter than any star by a factor of 10. The only thing brighter will be the moon, but it'll have set because you want to be standing out there at 2 a.m. looking northeast at Vega. The radiant is just below Vega here, and you'll see them shoot out as they come through the ionosphere and burn up due to plasma discharge. Now, 1 out of every 4 of these tails is going to turn green because of the electric universe theory. Because we live in an electric universe, guys. It's not a theory. Volcanoes, days be exploding. That's not a theory either. We predicted it, and it's happening. And we're documenting the uptick. We're also documenting the nonsense coming out of the mainstream. Thank you to our subscriber who put this together for us. Higher resolution next time. Guys, I hope you got something out of the video. We're dropping off a cliff. There's not much time left. This is the year you should start to learn how to plant food if you haven't. This is the year you should start preparing to survive and thrive in the future. That means stockpiling up to 3 years of food for all of your loved ones. And enough seeds to continue the process of providing your family with food moving forward. When the grid goes down, it is going to be down essentially forever. And that's coming soon. Be safe, everyone.